Guys? Guys? Where are you? Oh,
Oh.
wait. Hold on.
Puts hand on shoulder. Hi, Ace.
I thought, what the fuck happened? What the fuck? Amos?
Runs away.
I thought you were Yen now. What the hell?
This is the amos verse. You didn't know?
Okay, dude. And this is the new installment of the abstract episode. Okay. Introducing the 6'4" charismatic host, acespace.
Oh, God.
And of course, we got a returning member. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Amos.
Yeah, fuck you. And of course, we have a regular what's up.
Hi, it's me, Yan. Hi.
Dude, it's been ages, dude. It's like nothing's changed, man. But anyway,
It's been like a month or something like that.
like 2 months, not to be mistaken with 3. But
Okay.
yeah, you see, Amos, it's been 2 months, not 3. You can't mistake in those two. But anyways, yeah. So we got some things to talk about. Okay, we got some things to talk about, and honestly, this first one, I'd like to give some trans rep and let her lead. We're gonna be talking about Vii Omega. All right, this is your expertise. You just seem like very well grounded in furry predators.
Yeah?
So
Yeah, buddy.
yeah.
Okay, Vii Omega. Okay, this was a really interesting one for me because it's not a new drama. Okay. It was back in 2019, 2020, so God, 5 to 6 years ago. Yeah. And the reason why I decided to even pick it up was because I was just curious, because it was this name you always heard getting thrown around, but there was never anything actually talking about it. Because I think a lot of the people who ended up talking about Vii was people like Doodle Tones. I think I can't even remember if Heaton did one, but all those types of people, right? And then obviously we know what happened to them. So
they got 'em.
I decided to do the research. Yeah, and it was you always hear about with Vii. There's always the case of the one victim, right? We only ever hear about the one thing, which was Joni Rue, or maybe sometimes Neko Koda, but again, that's also gone. So yeah, once I did a lot more digging into it, there's just so much more than what you would think there would be. The fact that that Vii Omega apparently had a husband during all of this stuff going down. But yeah, and what did they do? You're probably asking. This guy was a pedophile. I'm gonna say it. This guy is a pedophile. He has several minor victims. That he would do stuff like role-playing with, trying to get nudes from them and exchanging nudes in some instances. I believe one of the victims was
child porn.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, come to think, wait, Yen, not to cut you off, but we have Mr. Nuanced Amos over here. So
oh God.
I gotta ask, so Amos, right? I think we could all agree. I think we could all agree that 6 years is a pretty bad age gap, right? 20 and 14.
It's pedophilic. Yeah.
Yeah, but however, I feel like you would disagree with it. Now, the reason why I think you would is because his excuse was he did it out of loneliness.
No, bullshit excuse, pedophile.
No, that's not even just the only excuse, Ace. It's a bit more level than that. Okay, it's because his husband wouldn't fuck him.
So he's gay.
So he's gay. He's a gay pedophile.
Hold on. Screw the pedophile label. He's gay. What?
Dude.
Oh no.
So
no, yeah.
Wait, Amos. What are your thoughts on someone doing that out of desperation? Mr. Nuanced over here.
I don't really think it changes anything. I mean, obviously that's a look into why they did it. If that's even true, it sounds like a really normal excuse probably a pedophile would make.
Yeah.
But I think that could be a cause for it. I don't think it justifies any action he chose to do with these minors, though. Obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously the impact is still going to be the same, but you're a little, but the attention, you're like that guy. So I run it by you, dude.
I don't think loneliness really changes his intention, right? He still wanted to person's DMs, I'm assuming into the age of. And and I heard COD points were involved.
Yeah. I mean, there was an instance, I believe, gosh, it's been a while now since I've like covered the V stuff. But I think like the in the instance that I'm thinking of, I believe they were 14. And they basically were doing a whole, or they doing all the like the furry role playing degenerate disgusting crap, right, that you shouldn't be doing with a minor. Apparently like exchanging like what was it, exchanging nudes in a VC as well.
Ooh.
And then like on a later date, V apparently deleted his one. But like it was not even like a case of like regret or like you know, he still did it, right? But it's not even a case of like he regretted it, right? Because the conversations that followed were all very sexual after the fact. And there's an unexpected character that inserts themselves into the like the V stuff that like barely anyone talked about, at least I could find. And that is his Doodletones is one. Doodletones is one. But the other one is Kero the Wolf. Now, if people don't know who Kero the Wolf is, they were part of the Zoosadus leaks, which was a group chat of like, God, when was that? It was like 2023?
It sounds like, was it not 2020?
Was it not? Okay, I'm getting the years mixed up, but either way, right? Yeah, so Kero the Wolf was in this group chat. Like, there was a lot of stuff to do with like necrophilia, like bestiality and stuff like that. And V was a close friend to Kero, to the point where they got like, what was it? They had like artwork drawn. They had like a sexual attraction to Kero, and the reason why they stopped pursuing Kero as like a romantic interest was because, in V's own words, it's because Kero couldn't make them a zoophile. Which is insane. Because and don't like, this guy knew about like the allegations against Kero and was making excuses for them. It's just like, oh, the worst thing that, like, he literally said, right, the worst thing that Kero had done was oral with his dog. Because, oh yeah, and it's saying like it did no actual harm to the dog. I'm like, brother, what are you on about? What do you mean? What do you mean?
So let's say we were in a magical room.
Okay.
This guy.
Okay, we're not doing that.
He mogs Rose Malay once and thinks he could just do whatever the hell he wants. This guy needs to be fucking stopped, okay? Fuck me.
Let's just not talk about what I did with Thumb and okay on that one stream.
Oh god, yeah.
You were
doing that.
You were evil, but anyways. Yeah.
What was it? But no, I'm glad that you mentioned Doodletones, because Doodletones was very much aware, at least to, I don't know, like, probably not like in a full like extent. I'll give that at least to like what V was doing, but they would still consistently like on main made like sexual jokes and stuff like that in relation to Joni, one of the other minors, and V. Basically, to the point of like in an old commentary video that Doodletones did with Joni. They like said, they basically said like, I'm sure V would enjoy you being their rope bunny, which is obviously like a very sexual term. There was like a bunch of other stuff with like, you know, them clearly making a lot of sexual jokes, on like Twitter and stuff like that about the pair. But yeah, no, Doodletones was absolutely fucking insane when it came to like the stuff with it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that person like mentioned in the George Raccoon video that Doodletones made as a comparison? Or is that
yes, it
else?
was. Yes, it was actually. It was. Yeah, so that was the example that Doodletones used to basically say this is an actual case of grooming.
Which is really funny because didn't they walk that back because of their stance on George Raccoon? Or am I wrong on that?
I'm not too sure on that one.
Well, there was a hypocrisy DM where it was like they said like they didn't want to call out Vii Omega because they were like friends with like, you know, George Raccoon, and said they were problematic as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. No, that was to do with like the association point, right? That was to do with
which was the whole deal of Cloak and Dagger, by the way.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It's all connected, okay? It's but like a brief explanation of like, that hypocrisy point is that there was a person called Vigil who was friends with V, And after V was outed for like the stuff to do with Joni and others, like whatever they were aware of at the time, to get him kicked out of the Cloud Palace, Doodletone's Discord server. Apparently, like there was this whole like it's a gay up, okay? Basically spun up, basically saying that like, oh yeah, you were friends with V and you didn't tell anyone. No, there was several DMs in the Cloud Palace.
That, yeah?
Huh?
In that one call with Leo Convoy, right?
What? Say that again.
He was like yelling at people because of their association to
yes.
Omega,
yeah. It was like Keaton and Lio were the people in those calls for a good portion of them.
First proper call that they had actually in that whole cloak.
Is that and they were like Doodletones was there or
when
whatever.
Right? Because the whole thing with Vigil is insane. Because if you actually look, because I think Doodletone shows the DMs on their video between themselves and Vigil, like very briefly, but if you actually read them, it just says that like, you know, it's Doodletone's being very cordial with Vigil, and basically being like, Vigil, like, why is this coming up now? I thought you guys knew I was chill with this guy. And like Doodletones was just like, and they left on like a very cordial thing, like, and which in other spaces could be seen as okay in a way, right? But this is the SEC ACC, okay? Big confrontation calls, okay? Taking people accountable, and Doodletone just let them leave with like without any of that, without even asking any questions in relation to.
I mean, are we surprised it's Doodletones? Like,
yeah, I know.
Name one good thing they've done.
Yikes.
Yikes is right, dude. Okay.
But like it's interesting because like a lot of people will say, "Oh, Doodletones is an absolute moron," right? And to an extent, I get that, right? But I think they know what they're doing.
A moron, yeah. They're definitely
they know what they're doing,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
Dude, she blocked me. I'm mad.
She blocked you?
Yeah, Don Told Stories blocked me, dude. Like I was so mad. I was gonna ask them like why they admitted to Rin about like, you know, basically grooming a 15-year-old, and they just I found out that they blocked me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
why did you? So, did you know that you, as like a 21-year-old, sending food porn to a 15-year-old would be like, you know, desensitizing them?
They said, I didn't at the time. It's like, dude, what the
I think also, I think they, because I think they sent that to Joni as well, or they sent.
Yeah, that was the 17-year-old.
That was a thing. Yeah, because that was a thing that was like we figured out a bit ago. But like I don't think people were too sure, like, because there wasn't too much in terms of screenshots. I think I'm struggling to remember, but basically Doodletones just confirmed it. But no, yeah, like I feel like I'm getting really off topic here, but no, like Cloak and Dagger, like Vii Omega, Vigil, Doodletones, George Raccoon, it's all connected. Okay.
You could like
everything's connected. I'm pointing to my cork board.
Yeah, you could do like
everything the ACC is connected. Okay,
dude. Unironically, I think with just that drama alone, you could do like a Billy Joel "We Didn't Start the Fire" parody with that shit.
Christ,
dude, that's so bad. No, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna try. I would fail.
Oh, what else was there? Like, oh yeah, there was also the fact that like, more onto topic with like V. They had like a server called the Playpen. Awful red flag, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, and unfortunately, we don't have any like screenshots from it. But like from the testimony that I did get, it was a whole thing of like you had to vote someone in to like let them join the server. But V made the exception for Kero and just let them in, which is insane. And I think there was like a bunch of minors and stuff in the server as well. And that was it. There was so much more stuff. God. So, what was his name? Oh, that was it. So, to do with like the Cloak and Dagger stuff, one of the people that was like lambasted for like having like knowledge that Vigil was friends with V. Because the weird thing about Cloak and Dagger, it's like a bunch of different people who apparently knew that Vigil was friends with V. Meanwhile, like as Amos said, you have Doodletones there who knew about it, and like it wasn't even a well-kept secret. Like this was consistently talked about in the Cloud Palace by Vigil, like in his worries about it. And there was a person in that call called Bummer Patrol, also known as Dulsmic. And basically, what was it? they had communication after like V had been like outed and like shifted off like the platform. V had come back under a different identity. All for like, by the way, this was just awful like reasoning or like what was it? Awful like fake identity, because it directly linked to something he was associated with like ages ago, called the Alt CC. And for people who are like, what the fuck is the Alt CC? It was meant to be like an anti like SCC group, from my understanding, with someone called like Dylan Thomas and Dark Scythe. Other people that were like associated to Alt CC, I think, or like the Neo Alt CC or whatever it was called. People like Just the Robot, for one.
Alt CC.
Like, but yeah, like that kind of stuff.
There was like a thing for the ACC, right? Didn't people like group in like Akumu and like Kumo into that? It was like anti ACC or whatever.
Anti ACC, probably. Yeah. That makes sense. But no, where I'm getting with this is that like even after the like, it turns out that like Dolsmik had been in communication with Vii Omega, like even after like V had been outed. And it showed that like Dolsmik knew a lot more about Vii Omega than he was laying on, like his different identities, the fact that V was harassing Neko Koda. And for those who don't know, Neko Koda was, I believe they were an ex of V, and they had written a statement after V had been outed, basically stating how V sexually harassed them in their own home. Because these two people lived very close to one another. And yeah, so that's where Neko Koda comes in. And they were basically, on this old account, V was still harassing Neko Koda. And yeah, so what's weirded with Dolsmik is he had made an entire video basically shitting on Vii Omega, being like, oh, Vii Omega's such an awful person, I hate him, all that stuff, right? And in that video, he also decided to have the genius idea of outing a victim story without the consent of the victim. Never once asked them. And that person was, at the time, went by the name Dulu, and now goes by Chule. So that was entirely fucked. And I believe they like nuked their Bomber Patrol channel, and now they go by Dolsmik. I don't know if it's the same Dolsmik, which is why I've like been hesitant to like use it, because there's another YouTube creator called Dolsmik on the platform. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but yeah. And then there is obviously Chule, where V was sending like I think like furry porn to them when they were a minor. And yeah, there was like I think that's everything in terms of like the victims of V. I know I've like absolutely like, you know, speed rounded it as best as I could, but I do have, you know, a very informative video on my channel. You know,
actually,
go check that out.
Counter your video point, this has shown that Yen was able to wrap everything up in 20 minutes, and her video is like 2 hours. So
without screenshots, by
so you could
let me just state stuff.
Yeah, you could just trust it here. All right, you can just take it at face value.
You can just not watch their video.
I've given you all the cliff notes, buddy. Okay, it's got all the, and if you don't want to watch the video, okay, in the description, it's got like a bunch of like
resources
I used for the video. But considering, because this was the annoying thing, right, with V, is that all of the like the YouTube videos have been gone. So I was stuck to like basically going around asking people different questions, looking at like archive sites, and just trying to gather everything, including like stuff from like Doodletone's old Skype blogs.
Yes, you were removed from the networking. And speaking of which, I think that should like move ourselves to the next topic. Okay, Sai Scribbles. Now you see,
been hating them for a while, dude.
Yeah, because they thought it was perfectly okay to have adults talk about cum and pony pegging around 13-year-olds, and thought that was just basic. Yeah, see, she will lie to you, Amos, all right? She will lie to you and be like, oh, Ace just hates me because I'm a woman. No, bitch, okay?
That's the other reason.
Yeah, that's the other reason. The main reason is, oh, dude, my favorite, okay? My favorite. She considered, like, okay, I have not looked into it myself, like, obviously, because I have no no intention of reading this, but like it gets into the whole argument of like written CP. Okay, but Amos, there was this whole thing with Stockholm, right? You might be familiar with that because of Lily Orchard's like, little fucking pedophilic incest fanfic, right? Now, you see, she said, by Canadian law, this could be considered child porn. Now, you know what she does?
Yep.
You know what she does? Let me post the full link onto Twitter so you all can see it for yourselves.
God.
And that's not even the worst part.
Yeah,
it's like the worst part. So the NSFW room was actually created so that she could talk with her buddy Crimson about her favorite segments of this written CP that she classed as, and also post her favorite snippets in the server where 13-year-olds can access it. It's like, this is child porn, but here you go.
It's just like as a like final cherry on the top of that, right? You got to understand the way that like they posted the link to Stockholm on Twitter and what you said previously about them saying it was CP, or like CSAM or whatever the fuck in Canada. It's in the same tweet. It's like we didn't even have to look very far. It's just like, yeah, this is CSAM. Shows the link.
Direct
it's like, brother, what the fuck? Yeah, directly. Awful stuff.
I have to cite my sources.
I mean, like a year ago, probably, didn't I like donate to them? It was like the cabal is watching.
Yeah, you did.
And then that happened.
Yeah.
Wait, you donated money to someone who would show CSAM material on Twitter.
We didn't know that at the time. Okay.
The cabal was still observing. Okay.
Cabal was still observing. Okay.
Cabal was refunding their purchase. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so evil. But yeah, no, you see, those are reasons why I strongly dislike her. Okay. That was before that, because honestly, I could not really care less about like, the Lio beef. It's like, did she slander the guy? Yeah. And I think it's funny to like call it out because she's like fucking stupid. Like my personal favorite.
You really hated them because they did that.
No, it was mainly the Discord server shit. Because they were like, that was the annoying thing, because they took my criticisms of them like going at Lio and like framed that as like the main reason why I disliked them, when it was very, very clearly the whole like, kids having access to like, this sexual content, and you saying it's just like Twitter and doubling down on it. Like that was the main reason I disliked them. Although obviously, yeah, I'm going to make fun of them because like in Creator Clash, what was it? There was a call that I looked back at for context sake. She was calling Lio Convoy a Lily Orchard sweeper. Okay. Now, mind you, the main criticism with Lio from the detractors, which, I can actually get behind this one, right? When it comes to predator hunting cases, they said that instead of Lio getting involved and having the potential to fuck it up, we should just refer to them to the police, right? Well, in this Lily Orchard call, that's exactly what he does. They come to him about Lily Orchard, and he's like, well, yeah, if you feel like this is illegal, I would, recommend taking a legal route. I would recommend going to the police or looking up the laws to see how you would go about it. But that's sweeping. Apparently that was fucking sweeping. So like, which one is it? You don't want him getting too involved, or it's sweeping if he doesn't? Why? It's so fucking dumb to me. Because like, what made it even the cherry on top, Amos, right? The cherry on top to that was she didn't even watch the call and was still calling him a Lily Orchard sweeper. Like,
wait, so she didn't do research and just like assumed it?
Yes, she just assumed it. Just because.
Dude.
I don't see your video.
Yeah. Was like, what was it? There was the whole thing with like, I don't want. What was the tweet she made? It was just like, I don't want to like, you wouldn't take money away from someone like, who's making like who's trying to make an honest living or something like that.
Because someone like asked like why she didn't like try to go at Lily Orchard harder for like I think like a deplatforming context, and for the pedophile rapist, she's saying I just don't want to like take money like food from a person's table. Like, but then, but now I guess she's on board. I guess she changed her mind now. That's cool. I don't know. It's very weird with her like Lily coverage, because it's like I think she wanted to like mainly stick to her media reviews and just making fun of them, which has to be like some of the most dystopian shit I've ever seen. Because like I'm trying to sit here and think like, imagine if there was a commentator, right? Like let's take Cold Raven for a second, right? And let's say instead of like going at EDP for like grooming minors, right? Imagine if he was like criticizing his fucking football takes. Instead, it just didn't. It just didn't like talk about.
Imagine if the FBI went at Jeffrey Epstein and then decided to go at his like financial decisions.
Dude,
Fucking hell.
that's evil. It's like it's so dystopian. It's like, dude, Cosmodor, yeah, that guy's take on Kung Fu Panda fucking sucked, man. Like,
Imagine if that was the fucking Panda video instead. It's just like Cosmodor is a fucking creep, and it's just like he has awful takes on this media. It's like, brother.
Dude, it's such a dystopian thing. It's like because I know obviously you can only talk about like the pedophile creep thing so much, but like I don't know, it's
move on. Like if you have to, like if you have evidence against this person, one, do the police report. That's fine. Yeah, again, you don't have like an obligation to like predator them, but also like why or like do certain things, right? But in the same breath, like it's so weird as you were saying, just like, oh, they have awful media, awful, I hate it. I'm gonna watch their CP and I'm just gonna. That's such a malicious take. Sorry. I'm gonna read out their written CSAM material. Yeah, that's great.
I mean,
like, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's really fucking. The only reason why I would put that standard onto her to do more about Lily is because she opened that door for herself. All these anti-Lily people, instead of like, if you criticize them, it's the same response every time. It's like, you'll criticize me, but you don't have a video on Lily Orchard. That's very telling.
Yeah.
And it's like, what more is there to talk about with Lily? Dude, I mean, I'm not to glaze, but June the King made a like very long video, got 1 million views, right? What more attention could literally anybody else spread to like the same fucking topics? It's pretty mainstream at this point.
Wasn't it like a case like a while ago with like Courtney originally? Because people didn't really want to talk about Courtney because they didn't want to like lower like the value of like, Lily was like the worst like person. If that makes sense. At the time, in terms of people's understanding of them.
They didn't want to give her an
Lily
out.
is fucking disgusting. They didn't want to give Lily an out.
Yeah.
And Lily took the out. We saw that happen. Lily did. God,
and it was funny to Victor laugh.
They did a whole they did a whole like live stream shitting on Courtney. I never ended up watching the whole thing, but I know you covered it on stream.
Yeah, it's like they abused like the fucking perfect victim myth to a T. It's like, would a victim of rape really be crashing out on Twitter this hard? It's like, what kind
Imagine how touched it would be, right? If fucking Lily Orchard was like, yeah, I really like applaud the people like Cope and C for going after Courtney. I'd be like, killing myself right now.
Dude, do you think Beckett would sweep?
Fucking Christ.
Dude, Courtney repeat offender, dude. Holy shit. No, but like,
great, we can ask him. He's live with Saberspark right now. I think that'd be a great icebreaker.
Yeah. I'll leave a donation. Would you sweep for Lily Orchard if she liked your content?
We'll find out by the end of the episode.
Yeah, we'll find. Anyways, fuck me.
That's awful.
But you see, that's what makes Sai interesting. There's like 3 main factors of her that like for niche she's in. She was in the anti-Lily squad. She was in the anti-Lio group, which, is fine, whatever. And then she was in the like media reviewer shit, so she had beef with like Pink King, Limus, and like Blackish, all like different niches. Yeah, Limus. Well, we're not going to get into Limus again. We've talked about that person previously on this channel.
Yeah,
and
go check that out.
Yeah, they're just a fucking loser, dude. Holy shit. But no, like
they're coming back though, aren't they?
I imagine.
That's one thing to mention about it. They did that whole video, didn't they? Yeah,
they did like a merch promo thing, and then they did like a video of like trying to like get back to normal content. Because like I will say this, right? This is not that public, but whatever. I'll just say it here. When I talked to some people involved, someone who's like directly talked to Limus, like got the answer out of Limus for like they were like saying like, are you going to respond? And Limus said like they would never actually plan on engaging with like the response to the allegations whatsoever, and they're gonna like just keep trying to ignore it. Which has got to be like one of the most dumbest things that they could do, because it's just going to be repeatedly brought up every single time. And every time they delete comments, which they have been, they're just giving it more fucking attention. It's so dumb. But yeah. And you know what? Even if there's no one bringing it up, I will. Okay. I'll go into those comments. Be like, you're going to answer for the document, buddy. I'm going to be gay. Okay. I'll leave 5 comments just for him.
Do you know who also deleted comments? Miss CC. Makes you think.
Dude, okay.
Mm.
Dude. But yes, so that was like part of it. And then because of like the whole Saberspark stuff going down, right? She has had beef with Ilovekimpossiblealot a lot because KP had like a weird ties to like Lily Orchard at one point as well. It's really fucking well. She was she was friends with her before Lily Orchard was like a rapist predator or whatever. But then like she became like best buds with like Courtney Pete after that whole fallout. And then Courtney Pete
like a whole like massive video explaining like why I'm no longer associated with Lily, and it's just like, why do you think?
Yeah, like I can't lie. It's like I feel like I'm having like a fucking chalkboard over here. It's like, so yeah, you see, they fall out with Lily, same villain that they all have, but Courtney Pete falls out with Sai because of some like really stupid spurgy thing, like where Sai was like, you want to watch Lily Orchard's response? And then Courtney Pete just crashes the fuck out, leaves the community. Courtney Pete is like, good with like KP. And then there's like just some weird interpersonal shit there. And then the Saberspark shit happens where it's like, KP falsely accuses like them of like being like what, like a rapist and then Sai's just taking all these slam dunks. Beckett and Falgi were working really hard on like the Saberspark stuff. So within that, that's how they kind of like got more within that kind of space. Like that's how they got like more inner community. Yeah. And then shit fell apart because of a fucking Fox Mafia person like Fox Azure. So really unrelated, but this is literally how it all happened. There was a call.
I don't even remember this.
Yeah, there was a call with a confrontation with ZV and like what Gilded server or whatever, and Fox said like, because apparently Caitlyn Coy is like a rape victim, and I guess Fox
and
then Fox is like, I'm gonna pop her cherry, okay, I'm gonna like take her,
I remember that.
And obviously like it's like, is it not a great thing to say? Sure. But like, since Beckett didn't like moral fag be like, this is like got to be the worst thing that I've seen all year. Sai was wanting to burn the bridge. And then there was like that whole fucking public torching, which was just, dude, it was so fucking dumb.
I don't hate you, Sai. Just like, well, I don't expect you to hate me. I mean, it's your own person, dude. Like inhaling the phlegm down her throat. Like,
I mean, that's cool for you, buddy. Like, I'm great. You're just not getting on the network anymore, okay? Because you won't disavow this guy who made a rape joke in a private
God, not the network, bro. The fucking network. That was painful.
And I don't even know. Like with Beckett, it was just really fucking gay and like moral grandstanding. But then with Falgi, since he hosted the Creator Clash, letting like Lio, Gilded, Sai, and Malcolm all duke it out in that one room, then Sai, because she was a fucking idiot and couldn't like argue her points, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she didn't do any research before doing it. She had like months to prepare, but she didn't do any research and was just getting fucking mocked. Like I love how like
so many things. What was it? There was like the whole thing of just like, oh, Sai was like very much like, don't make rape jokes, I think. And then what was it? Makes a rape joke towards Gilded Pooh and his son. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
And notice how like I will say, right, it's like I like how like, Malcolm wasn't really defending Sai in that. They were making their own points, even though like technically it was like a Lio and Gilded v Malcolm and Sai. Sai was just kind of mainly on her own. Like, and then she had like this retrospective cope to, instead of like getting mad at like herself for like not researching when she had like ample time to, or getting mad at like the other person who she's been mad at, she was mad at Falgi because Falgi love bombed her and coerced her into that state. And it's like,
wait, what?
Love bombing, bro. Yes. Yeah, that was the claim.
Yeah, Sai accused him of love bombing because, checks notes, he gave her attention in live stream chats and said hi, Sai, whenever she showed up, just like any other fucking chatter. Yes.
So no flirting?
No.
That was a love bombing.
He's a fucking idiot.
God, I hate this bitch.
Yeah. And that's not even getting into the recent stuff.
Yeah, gone. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you say your point first, because I still got like a lot
there was
of
like all the stuff in like the it was like the whole thing of like Sai's Discord server. It was like Sai like saying all this horrendous shit about Falgi, like, oh, he's so creepy, oh, he was just trying to love bomb me. I can't go into specific examples, but there was like so much stuff of like weirdo behavior, like just insane shit, just trying to like throw to the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, and it was rough. It was rough, but then that's pretty much like
catching up with all that. Then there was like other stuff that kind of happened. So after, the community burnout, right? Losing a lot of connections that she made, because of like the fucking Saberspark drama and like, her past starting to catch up with her because she was put in the spotlight, right? All of that aside, the only two friends that she really had left within the actual, like, kind of spaces of this, right? That were like notable, I'll say. No, actually, I think they did lose Crimson as well. But the two that I will highlight is they lost their, main defender, Malcolm, and their other defender, Anthony Gramiglia.
Oh yeah, in like quick succession.
Yeah, and to be fair, right, Anthony Gramiglia was pretty gay about it. Okay, I will say, right, there was like one disavow, but he's just been going on for 3 days, just like kind of venting about like disavowing her, like, oh, how I just wanted to change her, for the better, but I couldn't help her. I guess I just wasn't. It's like I guess I wasn't strong enough. But then my favorite thing though has got to be, it's like, well, if you felt this way before, Anthony, why didn't you call it out before? It's like, you really think I'm gonna give Lio Convoy ammunition? Yeah.
How would that be ammunition? It's not ammunition at all. I think that would just be like, I don't think that's ammunition in the slightest. But just like, oh yeah, you cut this person off after realizing what kind of person they are. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like again, like at least for people who are aware, right? I think a lot of people became aware of like Sai in this space originally because of like the Sai beef, the Lio beef on Twitter, like slowly building up, and then what was it? It would have been to do with like all the coverage to do with like pinking and Limus and all that stuff. Like I don't think they would have seen it as like Anthony like bending the knee, or I mean, it would be the opposite of bending the knee because Sai will try to sit on it and break his leg.
Dude, and I'm not gonna lie, right? Not to like get too caught up on Anthony because like I don't hate the guy, but like he is definitely not the brightest tool in the shed. And when it comes to like even like standing on business to his own points, I was like on an Oplock stream a little bit ago watching Blackish's video on him, and it's so bad because like Blackish would make a point, he would like soy out in the chat, being like, "How could he even say that?" And then like Falgi would be like, "To be fair, he's got a point." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." It's just like,
I don't think he's a very confrontational guy.
No,
I mean, I saw
not.
some of his Templar debate, and it was just so like, I don't know. They were just like, wow, yeah, we're not going to agree on that, basically. Meanwhile, like Templar's slinging you all these like inflammatory like things about him and his chat, and Anthony's just trying to kind of like, being very like calm and zen and not wanting to like, he's not like shouting. I don't think he's that kind of person, and it's not like a check against him in that regard. But I don't think he's just that kind of person, personally.
I mean, obviously, I think like the most, just to really wrap it up with Anthony here. Yeah, I am gonna bring up the thing. I'm gonna be gay, okay? I just don't know. Like, I get like they're a normie, right? I just don't know how they would register Lily Orchard as a pedophile rapist and still thought, man, I should totally donate $700 to get a debate with them.
Oh yeah, they did do that. God. Well, wait, sorry, they didn't do that. They didn't go through with it. Sorry.
No, trust me, it was an intrusive thought. Okay.
It was an intrusive thought. Right.
Dude, it was so dumb. I don't
know why.
Dude, would we have respected it? I don't know. I don't even know.
I was like really considering it because I do remember there's at one point where I was investigating 94 skin. And they said the only way I'll ever get into a call is if you pay me money. And I was like, but the content though, shit, dude.
Hey, look, at least you didn't buy Natty Force at like a $30 Steam game to get a debate.
That's true.
Okay. That's
we all know who did that. Okay.
No, but I don't want to. Anyway.
Oh, fine. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, I will say, right, because I don't know, I'm a little flip floppy when it came to like Malcolm, because like they were like very like on like the fence to defend them quite a bit. Like it's like anytime like someone would like go at Sai, Malcolm would just like appear with like the Prowler theme, which honestly kind of probably built into like Sai's ego of thinking that she could just do whatever the fuck she wanted because like they would just like sick Malcolm on them, which I think Malcolm's angle was Sai. I mean, Sai coverage gets lots of views. Let's be real, okay? And if Sai's in drama, I mean, I think he was pretty blunt about this. I still think that there was a level of a friendship, but she was a very profitable cow, okay? Very profitable. You could extend off of Laya because then you could talk about the media reviewer people like you did. You could talk about like the other angles with Lily Orchard like you did. All very like profitable aspects because like Sai's like, name is attached to it. So I think to an extent I could see like why he would jump to head first into that, but it's just rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I thought about it and it's like I don't know if I fully like get like I guess there's gonna be natural like hypocrisy here, but the reason why he like cut off Sai recently, he claims it was because like it was like a second batch of screenshots that she was being really racist. Which to be fair, right? To be fair, her Hassan takes were pretty interesting. She told his son.
Yeah, because that was the second batch. I was trying to think even what it was because I remember the original ones, right, with like them being like, "Oh, it's for educational purpose. I'm trying to explain slurs to someone." It's just.
Yeah.
Was it actually racist or were they just saying slurs?
They were, I think, to be fair, I think the debate was more or less like, not all slurs are like, going to like have like the same severity or something like that. And she was arguing like that, but the other person was saying, yes, they do.
But again, the hypocrisy point is that Sai really doesn't like, what was it? What's the lesbian fuck? What do they call it?
She doesn't like when people say queer.
Queer.
Yeah.
Queer, that was it.
She gets like really fucking.
Yeah,
she gets horrifically upset about that, but we'll like say N-word Academy. But like
like,
but
like, the thing is, it's so weird because like her whole cope is like, oh yeah, well when I was young back in like Nam, this was a horrible slur, and it's just like, well, it's been reclaimed now, so I don't really understand.
Yeah,
to be
fair, like if you don't like tolerate racism, I can understand if you see a screenshot of like if Assad doesn't like America so much, he could just go back to his own country.
Even though I think he was born in America, was it? Or like he grew up in America.
It's the ultimate it's the ultimate Karen racism move, dude.
It's the proper like Brexit like skinhead like idea of just like go small boats on the harbour, small boats, get on your boats. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Because like I don't know, it's like fuck me. I mean, I know there's naturally going to be hypocrisy if Malcolm really did care. Because I will say, right? Because I don't know, I'm like on neutral terms with the guy when it comes to Mrao, because he did bring this up because he brought this point up because people were like talking about Mrao being like in the server. He originally said he kicked Mrao out. In his own words, was because he was flirting with too many women. And he kicked Mrao out for that reason. And I listened to that, I'm like, classic Mrao. Yeah. But then I come to find out that the real reason was because Sai didn't like him. And I remember that phase was because Mrao was very anti-Lio. Sure, yeah, that's fine. But he was also very anti-Sai. And Sai couldn't take that. So I guess she was just like, remove this guy. He's fucking evil. And then
Mr. Electric. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now I guess he's been let back in, but like I'm gonna be real, right? If racism's an issue, I've seen plenty of times of Mouse called the black people the N-word, man. Hard. So I don't know. I don't care that Mouse says the N-word. I just feel like it comes off that there's an ulterior reason, like the
hypocrisy point.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I say ulterior because it's like it is hypocritical, which would obviously insinuate that if you don't like Sai's racism, do you just like Rao's racism because it's funnier? Like, I don't like you have like a no racism tolerance policy at all, even if it wasn't in your own server, which it was in Sai's server where those screenshots came from, and people brought it to Malcolm's attention. And that's not like the first time. I'm not even referring to the screenshots. Like I said, she literally said like the N-word Academy. Okay, like there was no racist debate.
What was the cope with that? With that, like it was the actual name of like a university or some shit. I think that was the cope.
Maybe.
I swear that was a thing. I remember, right? Because I think that was the defense to that, wasn't it? That was like an actual name of a university that exists.
I'm just saying, if there's a universe called the Queer Academy, I think she would be crashing out.
No.
We can't say that word anymore. Like, you know, she like just starts like freaking out just because, like, you know, I start listing cast members from Mary Poppins. Oh, hey, hi, Dick Van Dyke. How are you doing? Yeah, I know. I thought about that one really long and hard, but yeah, I don't know.
Put that one in the notes. Yeah.
I mean, personally, how it registers to me with, because I saw some of his coverage. Like, I did stop to a point because it was just more in depth of what he said on Chaos Stream. I saw more in depth, like, you know, some coverage. It does still come off to me that the racism thing wasn't like the ultimate reason. It seems more like a straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing, which I will at least give him that. I think it's a plethora of reasons, maybe, if I'm trying to give him good grace. Right. Because I know he did talk about, like, you know, there was a debate room and Sai wouldn't like fairly engage in debates and just like got mad at people who like contested her, like just slight, you know, annoyances and grievances and shit like that. She was like mad annoying. She would keep causing issues and, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Whether or not there was friends or not, I know Malcolm says they don't do friends, but like his relationship with Sai at the time was very different than like how he normally does with any other creator. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the like concept of like constantly, maybe sometimes, right? But like constantly jumping in like, you know, head's way to like, you know, defend someone. I personally, whether or not you're friends with them, the impact of that like relationship's going to be the same, where people are just going to come to like the basic insinuation that you're friends with them because you're constantly being their lawyer. Like, they should be able to handle themselves. Like, Sai 100% should be able to handle themselves. They shouldn't have to be like, Malcolm, please, I'm in controversy again.
The next time we see Sai's like stream, right? They've got like legal mindset on their stream, you know.
Fuck me. But yeah, I will say losing Malcolm was definitely, you know, definitely a hard hitter for Sai here. And dude, she's got no defenders, she's got no friends anymore. She's got nothing. All right. She's just isolated, floating off into space. Speaking of, you know, having nothing left. How are you doing, KP?
Fucking Christ, yeah. KP, dude. Have we even spoken about them on this podcast yet? I don't think so.
I think we talked maybe about Saber like a little bit and maybe went a little bit into KP. But other than that, like, because I know I've definitely talked about it on my own respective platform, and Amos has just like said nothing because like he's cocked, but
he's sweeping.
I just don't care about KP. I think it's really boring.
You think, dude? You know, Amos, what are your thoughts that like, you know, she answered like questions for a Q&A with ChatGPT?
I mean, that's funny. I don't know. Like when I like tuned into like Beckett's stream, it just seemed really fucking boring.
The Q&A was weird, right? Because it wasn't even like a Q&A. If that makes sense, it was just like statements spat out. Like, I think the questions were also written out by like an AI. It was really weird. 'Cause I don't think anyone was asking half of the questions that they were trying to answer because it was pointless. Because they kept like bringing up like, what was it, like American like laws to like UK laws, and they kept flip flopping it. Even though, you know, if the claims are against someone from DA Games, then, you know, it would be UK law.
It's like one of the questions is like,
in the UK.
Why are you so cool and like the best YouTuber? She's like, stop it.
Stop it, blush emoji.
Stupid. No, but
stop it. Yeah.
Dude. Because I know, like, I will say, like, Brody Fando's updates are very minimal. Apparently, because I will say with Brody Fando, because I know Amos does not care. He would care about the person they accused, but, you know, probably not actually because he's a cuck. He was like, you know, the guy that was like levying and leading like the allegations against like Black Griffin with like the 300-page document.
Yeah.
But now, right, that only reason why I brought that up again is because he started recently spouting out that a new victim came to him. Okay. He's been hyping up this new victim.
Poor victim.
Yeah. He's been hyping up this new victim for like a little while now. And we're still waiting. Okay. Brownie Fando, we're still waiting to see the new groomed. All right. This is definitely new. Like, this is new information. Like, this was like, because we only knew about like 2 alleged victims, which I guess where we're at right now is it's weird. They don't really claim to be victims. It's everyone else claiming it for them. And
Yeah.
a lot of like, context is like missing the air. Not a lot of evidence that is like for the claims. It's a lot of he said, she said. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I do think it is a bit weird where it's like one of the girls was like, 16, I think. And he was in his late 20s, I think. And
I have no clue.
yeah, I'm trying to
Honest
remember.
with you.
I think because to be fair, right, it was like a 7-year age gap, I think. But like that, they didn't start the relationship at 16. The part that weirds people out because this. I think it was it fucking Claire? I can't remember for the life of me. I'm just gonna say like the things of like the allegations, and then people will fill in the blanks. But yes,
Nice one.
it was like a 7-year age gap, 16, and that would make him like what, like 23, I guess. So. Essentially, they knew each other because they both unironically did acting in the My Little Pony show, and that's how they knew each other as co-workers. Then they grew up, and at 18, there was nothing started there. I guess this person had an interest in Black Griffin, but this is where like it gets a little weird for like a point of contention. If Black Griffin was trying to be a predator to them, you would think that they would go for them right when they turn 18 if they were trying to like do spawn camping. But he actually pushed them off for like 2 years. Then they turned 20. And he was like, what the heck? Why not? And it's like, it's such a weird thing because I don't usually see cases like that.
No, it's normally like, it's literally like I can't wait for you to turn 18, like type of shit. It's like, I can't wait. Or yeah, like that kind of crap.
Yeah, the thing that
But no,
makes
like,
everyone
it's
feel
so
weird is the fact that they did know them when they were 16, but
Yeah.
they've only actually, we could prove, engaged with them when they were 20. So would that make?
Okay, when you say knew them, do you mean like they were aware of
Well,
each
they were-
other's, like presence
Well, they
in
were
the
coworkers.
spaces?
Like they were coworkers. That's pretty much like where it goes. How close they were,
Okay.
not sure.
See, that's the weird one, right? Because like that's they're voice actors. It's not too uncommon, I guess.
Yeah, because it got framed. To be very clear, the reason why it got framed creepier than it was is because Brony Fandote framed it like Black Griffin was just some random fan. Like,
Yeah.
which that would make it worse. That's just a lie. So
Yeah, he was like, I think he did stuff with like Has Been Hotel, didn't he? Originally.
yeah, Black Griffin voiced the fucking the radio guy. I can't remember, Alistar, I think. For, like, the pilot.
That one.
Yeah, he was a voice actor for around this time. But yeah, no, unironically. So it's weird. That's why we also got nuanced amos over here. They did nothing like let's say like they did nothing sexual when like this guy was 23 and they were 16, and they only started engaging with them in a certain way when they turned 20.
It would depend on the nature of the conversations. If they both had like a mutual bond, I mean that could be grounds for grooming depending on the context, right?
Yeah, I mean obviously it does depend, especially like the conversations they had when they were a teenager, because the age gap is like bro momento.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, do you think it's like grooming for like let's say like a 30-year-old to talk to like a 16-year-old and like their friends up until the second they turn 18?
Well, yeah, that would be spawn camping, but that's not what happened here. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Because like to be very clear, the 18-year-old started having a crush on Black Griffin, and he turned them down for 2 years, which is why then they just actually were like, you know what? Why? What the hell not? Why? And then that's why they did anything when they turned 20.
I don't know. I think it's like very weird. And again, depending on context, it could be grounds for grooming. But if nothing sexual happened, I mean, we could probably just say that it's very weird. Spawn camping, probably.
It is a weird one. Also, it's not even a case of like all the stuff that we normally see where like they seeked each other out, or like the adult seeked out the other person in like an online context, right? They were like co-workers with voice acting, so they would be forced to see each other every single day.
Yeah, it's a
But
weird.
again, like
Yeah,
as
but,
Amos said,
like-
it also matters on the context of the conversation. So leading up to when they were turning 18 or 20.
I mean, like it's not a crime to be friends with somebody that's under the age of 18. It's just a crime to like get sexual or like pursue.
Trust me,
something
Amos
romantic with
checked.
them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because I do believe
on my basement. Okay.
I do believe that this example that I brought up, they're like happily married right now, as well. So it's like I
So
guess
it's like okay, they're married. Wait, that's well.
yeah.
I don't
So
know.
Yeah, it's definitely like really. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, right? Gonna keep it a buck. If I can, even if I'm not gonna give it like a specific label right now, it does definitely like it is a little gut wrenchy. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It is like the whole. You knew them when they were 16, and you I don't know. It's like you're 7 years older than them. It's like
friends,
like coworkers. Coworkers.
Oh, coworker.
See that's why it's hard to put a label on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, did they talk besides just like work shit?
To my knowledge, it was pretty like platonic, if anything.
I don't know if I'd even give a shit. Like, yeah, it's like weird, but like a lot of things are weird. I don't really know if I necessarily care. Like, if he didn't pursue anything romantic before they were 18 and they didn't do anything sexual, like there's not really a moral wrongdoing. It's very weird that they spawn camping for sure. I think that's probably bad, but
yeah, that's like how Brony Fandout even got known in the first place for like, levying this and platforming it. Which, yeah, that got looked into again because people during like, Saberspark being accused of being a rapist, they were bringing up his association and light defenses for Black Griffin as a point against him, which is why Black Griffin case got looked into again as well, which is tedious. It's very tedious because I don't know that situation. Like I said, it's a mess. It's all over the place. Barely any evidence. A lot of he said, she said, and it's like the alleged victims are claiming not to be victims, and the Black Griffin haters are so unhinged to the point where it's like I can't remember who like specifically because I thought it was Courtney at first. I have to double check, but like there's apparently other people who did this too, where it's like when it came to like the victims, like the alleged victims claiming that they weren't victims, they said either you accept being a victim or you're our enemy too.
Oh yeah, there was that whole thing. It was deranged.
Yeah.
Just like you're not being because again, because it muddies it so much. But like it was genuinely the thing of just like you're either with us or you're against us. Grooming the alleged grooming victim that we're trying to look out for. Because then it just muddies the waters so significantly that it makes me think that these people don't care about any sort of like no concern for like the alleged victim, nothing like that. It's just I want to go at Black Griffin. This is how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, it's made their intentions pretty clear, I would say.
Yeah.
It was bleak, but that's pretty much like as much as it is with Brony Fandout. But like with KP, they did have like a fallout with Brony Fandout within this because, I mean, fuck, it either goes two ways. Either Brony Fandout fully like watched the whole video and was hyping it up and platforming it and then just backtracked because it got backlash, or they didn't watch it and then fully hyped it up and promoted it without even knowing what was in it in the first place.
Yeah.
And they get criticism either way. But it was just a constant battle between like KP and Brony Fandout, like being like, well, they did this. Well, they did this. I didn't know that they did this. It just turned interpersonal.
Yeah, it was consistent, like consistent, like trying to throw each other under the bus. It was so weird.
Yeah,
like God, the whole KP like Saberspark like video is such like a train wreck from day one. I mean, you have like
it didn't even last like an hour.
No, it didn't. It was like insane. It was like this massive lead up on Twitter, like Doomsday arrives tomorrow. Like KP making all these tweets. It's like I can't wait to kick some pedo butt or something like that.
Yeah, pedophiles and rapist asses today.
Then you get to the premiere. And everyone's just like, what the fuck is this? I think Courtney was fighting someone else in the premiere, basically being like, who was talking about their own like grooming experience and being like, yeah, I can relate to this. I think it was. And then unexpected, like, visualize like the Smash Bros. Unexpected challenger thing. Chris Chan in the fucking live chat as well. It was insane. It's like, what? What is this world we're in now?
Yeah, Chris Chan was a huge fan of KP.
Yeah. And then like the video came out, it was awfully received. It was like so many like memes and stuff. It felt like I was like watching a Family Guy episode, except every 5 seconds is a cutaway gag. It's just like, hey Peter, remember that time I tried to expose Saberspark? It's like awful.
Yeah.
And then the video got taken down. Loads of people were critiquing it. Like people were archiving it, uploading it just to make sure it was preserved. Cartoon She did a video. And then I think it went kind of silent from there for a little bit. And then KP did a follow-up video.
They did do like an interview tour too. I believe they talked to Ector, but they talked to Lazy Bedhead, they talked to Beckett, they talked to Lio.
Yes, yeah. I forgot about that.
they talked to
Because then
Angry
there's the Beckett
Slug.
video as well.
Yeah, which
Oh yeah, the Angry Slug interview, dude.
that was the one that
I
popped
never ended
off.
up watching it, but that was the one that I've heard good things about it. Okay.
Yeah, Slug did pretty good. I'll give him that. Like, he conducted himself pretty well. And what was the most? I remember this still, right? He asked like basic hard hitting questions that you should be asking before you platform this, by the way. And then like KP responded with, "Yeah, those were some pretty heavy questions, huh? Some pretty tricky ones." And it's like, you should have thought about these.
Types into ChatGPT while Slug is like questioning her, like fuck.
Yeah.
They like have like a side monitor with ChatGPT, and they're just like debating.
Yeah, someone listened in on like a live.
Agents.
They have like a live private stream, and someone's feeding them answers. You know how to respond. It's awful. But yeah, no. Then there was the Beckett video that got very well received because he basically talks to everyone, like talking to Saber. Oh,
And
I
you
don't think
could tell everybody.
Yeah, because there was 2 videos, wasn't there?
Yeah, well,
the
the
one
first
about-
one, yeah, he had an
Yeah.
off-record call, and the second one, he had an on-record call.
Yeah, because it caused Saberspark, like all the allegations with like Saberspark, it caused him to turn his entire house upside down to try and find a phone which had like message logs between himself and Emu, I think it was.
From 13 years ago.
From 13 years ago. Yeah, it's insane.
And he did it!
But yeah, he did it.
That son of a
He
bitch!
vindicated.
He fucking did it!
He locked in.
You had one job and you succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh god, what was it? Who said it? Was it KP or was it Courtney who was just like the whole like him was like, well, you know, because he was like scrambling to find the messages, you know, or just because he was providing these messages, you know, it doesn't make him innocent
Which
or some shit like that.
then they felt like, you know, that person got touched. But yeah, it was very dumb. Courtney's coverage is just fucking unhinged. I feel like I'm watching like, you know, a mental asylum whenever I'm like looking at her
Oh,
stream.
it gets worse.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen like the progression of like how she is? Like, I mean, you have because we've all been covering it now.
I stream sniped her teeth.
Slowly dissolving. Yeah, I know she's slowly dissolved, right, from like, you know, pothead like wino to Doggone Roper cosplayer with like the most rattiest hair you've ever seen.
Dude, she won.
That gave me any flashbacks. Fuck.
Run, Amos. Run. Fuck.
Yeah, buddy.
But obviously, I think the part that was pretty major with KP, right?
Yeah.
That we have to like mention, other than the interviews, is the obvious striking. Okay.
Yes, I was gonna go into that.
Because there was like fucking hidden heroin that fucking she got involved in decked. Dude. She got decked,
yeah,
bro.
Because Hidden was the one like who got the Q&A like from KP because they had the interview with KP originally, and then they got the Q&A questions, and then I think they also got access to an original recording of the because that was the other thing, wasn't it? There was the response video KP did and uploaded, and then there was the worst one that like didn't get uploaded. That I think Beckett got a copy originally of the transcript, and then I think Hidden got access to one, and we have heard I think Beckett showed on live the like Beckett voiceovered version, and that was one of the other things that got struck, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was that got struck, it was the Q&A that got struck. Fauji's coverage got struck, I think.
Which thank
and
God.
Then Beckett's coverage got struck. So there's like 4 people that got struck. I don't think Slug.
Well, there was another, you know, hero that got struck. Okay, another legend
Who?
that got their channel struck because of their KP coverage, and that was, as I salute to him, goddamn internet adjacent. Okay.
Oh yeah,
dude. Okay,
I'm not.
We're not gonna go into him this episode. We'll definitely save him for another one. But holy fuck, man!
So you're a pathological liar, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Did
he actually puts magnifying glass on his record, like strike history? Did he actually get striked, or did he lie about it? Dude,
that's a great question.
Yeah, we know for sure. We don't know. He fabricated
I might
it.
have to look into that. Give some info to Hempleton.
Now,
Okay?
if we prime the
true.
screenshot, we can see some discoloration and some like, you know, radicalization of the pixels here. You know,
Dude, like I have not. Okay, like I'm obviously we'll save the topic for like its own stream, but like I'm just literally I looked at like a Dicker's title today, and apparently he's like in controversy for like plagiarizing someone's video now, and I'm like, what are you what are you doing, bro?
Dicker's is just like he's fiending for
Dude,
it, bro.
he's like a hawk, bro. He can't miss.
Like plucking at it, bro, like a vulture, as someone would say.
the cows like dead. It keeps returning to the dead udders.
Oh,
it's like, come on, milk, please.
It's so funny, right? Because you can actually make just a direct link from the KP stuff to Parlo as well. Because if you don't remember, right, in the like addressing video that KP did, they were like, if you want more information on the Black Griffin stuff, there's these videos on this guy Parlo's channel, and it's like about that one, yeah.
Poor
But
Parlo.
That'll definitely be the next episode.
Where'd it go?
I think Parlo can be vindicated. I think we just need to bring him back into the limelight.
We'll have him on in the next episode, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he did boost our last channel for 9K views. I feel like if we bring it back, okay.
Dude, I'm gonna be so real. I'd rather ask Dickers, dude. I don't know if I want. Dude, I'd rather a lore keeper than like a lore reviser, okay? Okay, because you just know. Yeah, you just know, right? The moment it's like, yeah, my criticisms for Parlo was this, and he's like, actually, I strongly disagree with that. Okay, I actually
being a straw man. It's straw man.
Dude, I would fucking lose it. That episode would be too long. We would not even be able to get to like the bread and butter of it. Like, fuck me.
The issue with Parlo is like he just keeps yapping. He just goes on long rants, and I think it's because he's autistic.
No, he is.
If we
he did say that.
Set him up so that like he has like a minute only to speak, and then we mute, and then we're like, okay, awesome, and then we analyze what he's.
You gotta make a server. No, no, but actually, Amos, funny that you bring that up. I actually went to the logs again. Of Parlo. Unrelated. Yeah, I can confirm to you, he was diagnosed as autistic as 8 years old, dude, and he said that to you. As he said that to you directly, actually.
Thank God we got like the important information sorted. Fucking hell, no one thought he was autistic.
Yeah.
I don't think Parlo ever told me like personally, but I know like one of his closer friends I will not name might have told me.
No. I guess Amos. I'm gonna be real. I checked the logs. I know he said it to you. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, I don't remember him doing that. I just remember that one of his closer friends like told me that he was autistic. I was like, oh, yeah, interesting.
He also told you because I checked the logs. Okay. Now I'm not going to elaborate on that. I'm not going to elaborate on the logs. But anyways, yeah, I mean, KP kind of got mogged. Her last appearance, unironically, was like a Lio convoy video, which is just tragic.
Oh yeah. It was because that Lio had all those calls with her, and then he put them out.
Yeah, which she conceded to a lot, except for like she conceded to like a lot of things being dumb, but like it was like pulling like teeth and nails, like when it was trying to like to get her to take accountability. It was pretty bleak. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like I haven't seen anything about her in like. Well, like a month or two, like she's kind of wrapped her chapter up, and I know, Amos over here is probably going to make like a long video on KP just herself because he's dedicated to like the fucking crazy white bitches.
I will not.
Expect an Amos Black Griffin video soon, okay?
To be fair, Amos...
I make a video on KP is the day I have no content and I'm milking the fucking pill it's dead, okay?
You know what? What if I show you her face?
That could work.
Anyways, that's pretty much like the whole docket of today, man. All right. Now, that's great. We talked about a furry predator, a woman that was spreading around written CP for the ha-has, and fucking the false striking bitch that tried to accuse Saberspark of rape. Dude, this was quite the episode. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to be back. As it should be.
Yeah,
I'm like only here because I actually hate the podcast and I want to see its downfall. I want to be a part of it.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
yeah.
Yikes.
And Amos is a fucking bitch. Okay, then the episode ends.
Perry obviously gets great. Love Perry. Perry's great. Perry's awesome. Perry is awesome. Okay, farming drama left and right. Big fan of that.
Can you feel